So anybody that knows me knows that Daredevil is my favorite comic book hero. I have a full run of Daredevil. Yes, a full run of Daredevil. From the first issue, 1964, all the way until actually issue 601. It just came out this month, I guess, April 2018. Some variants. I have some signed. I have actually don't have any original art. Quite a few figures. I have a carded Secret Wars Daredevil. This guy I picked up recently. I'm not really into modern stuff, but I love the yellow costume Daredevil. I don't know, just like Daredevil. The Netflix series, pretty badass. The Defender series, pretty badass. So this is the Marvel Superheroes Daredevil by Toy Biz from 1994. And so this is so Daredevil obviously, had his red costume you see here. Well, originally he had the yellow costume created by Jack Kirby. I want to give him proper credit. Then in issue 8, he got this red costume that he's known for. And then like in the 90s, there was this, the 90s are a weird time for comics and I think just in general, for the world in general. He had this like black and red with kind of silver armor costume. I don't know. It was kind of dumb, but so this is sort of, I guess we call the version 2 Marvel Superheroes Daredevil. And I actually had this when I was, I guess I would have been, well, I probably would have been about 12 or 13, because KB Toys in the Florence Mall was selling these for pretty cheap, and this is, I remember buying this, and I was kind of I was definitely getting out of toys. I was still in the comics. I never got out of comics, but, in middle school, middle school is a weird time. I, didn't want girls to think like, oh, I'm a loser because I like comics and toys and stuff like that. So anyway, me and my friend Micah, we went into KB Toys and Florence Mall, and they had this, and I liked Daredevil, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I don't have that one. I think I had the red one. So, and obviously the red one has the exploding grapple, well, his cane. This one has more of a grappling hook. And I remember buying this, and obviously a lot of the KB stuff was like 2 for $5 or 3 for $10 or whatever. And I remember actually thinking I was going to keep it in the package, to retain some value to it, even though I got this for probably $5 or less. So obviously that didn't work out. But that's a whole other story about 90s collecting, whether it's toys, whether it's comics, baseball cards, whatever. So yeah, so I got this in the mall, and then not thinking that, well, yeah, there's a lot of like girls and people at the mall, and so I was kind of embarrassed to have this in my bag, and obviously it was a KB Toys bag, and I remember this one girl we knew, we're like, what's it? What is that? And I was we were like really embarrassed that we had action figures in a shopping bag, but she saw them and she's like, oh, cool, and that was it. But so I guess that story is a little anticlimactic, but it just middle school is a weird time, and you want to impress people of all stripes, and sometimes you kind of put away your childish things because you don't want to be embarrassed or seem like a child. You're going through that weird, sorry, I'm trying to adjust this. There we go. That weird phase. But here I am at 34. I'm 35 now, geez. 35-year-old grown-ass man, and I'm still playing with toys. So this is obviously just a repaint. I mean, they, kind of painted it silver to show the armor. So very weird Daredevil. Not one that I'm super into. I think the best Daredevil toy they ever made was from the Spider-Man line, and it's really weird because he has all these like yellow, like armor things that turns into some kind of tank or whatever. But the figure is really well made. I think that's the best one. And I actually have a yellow and red Toy Fair had a mail-in one, so I think those ones turned out really nice. But there you have it, the Marvel Superheroes Toy Biz Daredevil from 1994, I guess version 2, because the first version would have been that red one, and that one's a little bit harder to find. You're going to pay, closer to $10 or $12 for that one carded. This one, $5 or $7. So there you have it, Daredevil, Matt Murdock, Man Without Fear.